Hello everybody and welcome back, where today we're taking a look at the best games for April on PSVR2. March was a great month with the launch of Hitman and Underdogs being two highlights for me, and it was going to be Wanderer, but that's been delayed to early April, which we'll get into. Before we get into that though, only 25% of you are subscribed, so please feel free to do so, and thank you to our patrons and members for bringing the content straight to you day after day and week after week. With that being said, let's kick things off with the aforementioned game. Wanderer: The Fragments of Fate, a time-hopping PSVR2 adventure that I have actually played a couple hours of myself a week or so ago, is coming on April 3rd. This was delayed by about a week, and I think that's the best decision they could have made because Hitman would have taken up all the limelight. Now there's at least a bit of a gap between the two. Wanderer comes in with full use of PSVR2 features, 90Hz unreprojected gameplay, and some incredible time-hopping mechanics that will genuinely blow your mind. This is a puzzle game first and foremost though, with a bit of combat mixed in, so if you don't enjoy puzzles, this one might not be for you, but even still, with its great visuals, it might still be worth a look. Flat and VR puzzle game Firmament is also coming out sometime in April. We don't know exactly when, but the developers have said it has entered certification on the PS Store as of March 30th. This means that it'll essentially be QA tested, and then once it's through, it'll be able to be released whenever they want it to. This game features deep storytelling, world building, in an abandoned world that you explore and unlock as you explore 3 unique realms and beyond. I think on PC it's both a flat and VR game. It might already be on the PS Store, I'm not sure, as a flat game, but in VR this looks like it'll be genuinely a stunning time, and I can't wait to take a look. That is sometime in April, but we don't quite know yet. Dystopian action RPG Resist is coming to PSVR2 on April 10th. This is a lot sooner than I thought, and totes a ton of features upgraded from previous versions. We have 90Hz unreprojected gameplay, like Wanderer, this is a great thing to see, new lighting and effects for the PSVR2 version, full use of headset, rumble and sense controller haptics and trigger effects, and full HDR and eye-tracked foveated rendering. This looks to be a really high-octane game that takes advantage of the entire PSVR2 feature set, and it's definitely one that I'm glad to have in early April. These are the same devs that have made Into Black as well, which I think has just been announced for PSVR2 sometime this year, just had a PS blog, which is a 4-player co-op, kind of like a bit like Deep Rock Galactic sort of game. The same devs here, so I think the quality will definitely show, and I'm just hoping it's a good port. Before we get any further, this video is sponsored by VR Rock. They are a paid partner for a lot of our videos here, and they provide great PSVR2 prescription lenses and also lenses for other headsets. They have blue light blocking and anti-glare filter options, magnetic and non-magnetic options, and whether you need glasses and want to get rid of them and replace them with VR lenses, or you just want some protection for your lenses and peace of mind, which is what I have them for, they are great, and the link is in the description below with my discount code. Atari game iRobot is also coming on the 17th of April. This is a unique take on a 1980s Atari arcade game, reimagined by Jeff Minter, with his signature assault of colors, shapes, and sounds. You take control of an ox-headed robot on a mission to outwit the all-seeing eye. In each level, you'll navigate across tiles, flipping each to proceed to the next. Make sure you don't jump while the eye's watching, or you'll be zapped away in a flash. There are 55 levels here, unique bonus stages, mind-melting visuals, procedural music that builds as you rack up high score, which is great to see. I think Masternoid also had this, and full online leaderboards. This seems to be very similar to Masternoid in terms of gameplay and bragging rights if you get a high score. Those are the games that we definitely know that are coming in April, but there are a couple as well that I think will have a chance of launching or at least hear more about, so let's talk about those. 2 that are tentatively released for April, I think, are the Obsessive Shadow, which is essentially a solo indie project where you're in a house after hours, your parents aren't in, and you have to stop an intruder from getting in. It's one of those kind of like indie you are not alone games. We've seen them a lot in the flat screen takeoff as kind of like short games to play through in a single video or stream, and it seems the Obsessive Shadow is a VR adaptation of that sort of genre. It is made by one person, of course, as I said, but I think the trailer you're seeing on screen right now has been updated a lot more for the most recent branch of gameplay, so hopefully the game will be a bit more polished than you're seeing right now. The second game as well is Boxing Underdog. This has been kind of thrown around, honestly it feels like for about a year and a half. It used to be called VRSO Bare Knuckle Boxing, and now it's a bit more of a traditional boxing game. Looks really realistic, but I'm not sure if this one will be coming in April. We've seen this every single month since, honestly, like early last year, so take that with a pinch of salt. It will be coming at some point, but I wouldn't put money on it being April, but it's tentatively put as April on the store page for now, but we've seen this before again. The one that I really want to draw some attention to though, not necessarily in releasing in April, but definitely hearing something soon, is Aces of Thunder. Now, Aces of Thunder is the War Thunder spin-off game that allows you to commandeer World War I and World War II planes to take in PvP and single-player missions and online battles. Now, there was radio silence on Aces of Thunder for a while. We've been waiting on this game for well over 2 years, I would say, since PSVR2 came out, to be honest, and they're saying it's now definitely coming in 2025, and this time I believe them. They're ramping up the adverts, the pushed adverts on socials, the trailers, and they've redone the entire website as of last week, so I think we're going to hear about a release date fairly soon. I don't want to say this is going to be a shadow drop. I don't think it's just going to come out unless, say, Sony do a state of play. Maybe we'll get a shadow drop there, but if it does just come out on its own terms, I think we'll get a release date once they know that certification is done or close to being done, and then the game will come out, probably either in April or May. Could be April, I would say maybe May. But if it does come out in April, April is also going to be stacked just like March was. With that being said, that's all the games for this month, so let me know what you're excited for. It's probably going to be Wanderer for a lot of you, and I can see why. It looks to be fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.